everyone. My name is Glenda Dawson. I have Marianna, Leah here and Mary Nunez, and we are Three Witches in a What. We'd like to thank you for keeping us entertained with all of your emails. They're great suggestions, great questions. We truly appreciate it. Your feedback, we love it. Thank you very much. And just know that, you know, if you sent us emails with suggestions of topics, most likely we'll be able to cover those too. We have no problem receiving those emails as well. Ladies, welcome. As you can see, I'm in my happy place today because, you know, it's a very cold day out here and very yucky. So I had to be in the sunny seashore for the day.
Love it. It's waiting for you here.
That's right.
Oh, Mary, I'm going to take you.
I'm in a very cold place.
Yeah.
I'm in New York, and I'm actually up at the Hudson Yards near the Edge NYC, which is the highest sky deck in the Western Hemisphere. So I'm all the way up over the top by the Hudson River.
Yeah,
So
you go.
I'm saying hello to all of you from.
I love it. I love it. And I'm in Florida, where it is currently actually very cool outside for us. It's like sweater weather. So it's going to go down to, I think, the 60s, like 62, 61. Last night it went down to about 57.
Oh my God, you're in a blizzard.
I felt the blizzard.
Yes, extremely cold temperatures, frigid temps, Mary.
It was frigid.
Yeah.
It was frigid.
Yeah, we had 25 overnight.
No.
Try 16.
She had 16.
It feels like it, at least.
Oh.
You know, yesterday, I actually, believe it or not, ladies, experienced the element of fire like Shiva did.
Ooh. Ooh.
Before we even started the topic, it was so cold that not only was there almost like wind and breath coming out, and you could see the smoke from my breath.
Yes.
I actually had it from my hands. When you see smoke coming out from your hands and you put it in prayer position, I'm like, am I creating fire like Shiva in the Brahmastra?
Oh, I get it. No, I had a cousin that took her dog out time, and she sent me a picture. Whatever he did had smoke coming out of it. So it's that kind of cold.
Yes, that kind of cold.
Oh my God, that's cold. I get
Gas molecules are wonderful with fire.
Yes.
Just don't do that at home. Don't practice that at home.
No.
No sulfuric acid and no carbon monoxide. No.
Actually, my house from 1900, there's a lot of wood there. No.
No. Oh my God.
Ladies, I would like to discuss the realization that we go through every once in a while. It's kind of like a shedding, like a snake shedding its skin. You know, we grow and we shed stuff of the people around us and what they are really truly about. Because, you know, we are presented with people around us and whatever, but they wear a mask. Whether they realize it or not, they wear a mask, and they can't always keep that mask up. Because our guides, you know how beautiful they are. Yes. How beautiful they are. They kind of test our abilities. And so they kind of get the fire going, so to speak, for discussions.
Yes.
And then you really see the other side. You truly understand that what you're saying that's coming out of your mouth may not even be what you're thinking, because your guys are just going just to put in those little points here and there, just to get them going, to see how they react or act or whatever they do. I have come to the realization that sometimes we need to go through that. And I used to think, why are you doing this? This is like a punishment. But we really need to go through that, so we realize who is still in our trusted circle. Who, no matter what, thick or thin, trouble, no trouble, good times, bad times, you know, whether you have money for only coffee or money for lobster dinner. Right. Those that stick with you. And I have, in the last couple of years, I have seen more and more people jumping to the outer circle, and my inner circle still intact, but they're no longer in that little circle. And it's by necessity we grow, you know, we have to do that. So we have to shed. But I don't know, to me, it just seems like it's getting harder and harder to keep people in that inner circle. And I don't know if it's because of being this year that we're supposed to shed all that junk, that we're supposed to see ourselves in a higher situation energetically, and not allow anything or anyone to hold us down. That maybe that's why we're seeing all that. To come to the realization that maybe everybody that's around us has a role, but we really can't depend any further than that role.
Yeah.
What do you girls think?
You want to start, Marianna?
Sure. I had to move because there's a big helicopter over here at the helicopter base.
Oh.
Must be looking for some action.
There it
Tonight,
is.
on the 11 o'clock news. So, hope you don't mind me. This is live and walking with my coffee. I completely agree with you, Glenda. In the last 5 years, this is a topic I'm very passionate about. 5 years ago, I did this big circle. I wrote it out in my wonderful journal. And I wrote out all the people's names that were in my inner circle and in the outer. In the last 5 years, about 85% of those people have now jumped either to the outer circle or disappeared completely. And I agree, with time, as our cells have to rejuvenate every 7 years, you know, and as we, you know, replicate newer, healthier cells, so do the chapters in our lives. As a matter of fact, I did a tarot reading of the day, and the tarot reading exactly said the same thing. You know, kind of shed that chapter that no longer needed every year. That's what we do, right? Whether it's January 1st or whether it's October 31st, it doesn't matter, whatever the beginning of it is. I mean, it's all cyclical. It's all the same, whether it's the beginning or the ending. There is no beginning or ending.
Right.
But I agree.
Correct.
Because you know what? As we grow, as we level up, as our energy changes, as our frequency range changes, as our octaves go up, we can no longer mirror the self-reflecting mirror of other folks that are necessarily not within our frequency range. And that's what happens. You see? Confirmation right there.
There's no frequency. There was a frequency.
Live action.
I want a visual of that. No.
That
And
was
I
a bicyclist, God bless him, that was going right into a car.
Oh,
Talk
okay.
about frequency range on that one. Into oncoming traffic with a giant megabus going right through it with a big giant statement, every trip for $1. As you see, look, this is the wonderful.
Ah, right there.
Oh, yes. Sit here for 5 minutes, see all the kinds of live actions. Crazy.
It's life. life is happening.
Yes.
And that's a
right.
good thing, you know?
Remember that old movie, Cars? Life is a highway.
Yes.
Yes, it is. Very much so.
Mm.
Very
Beep,
much. Yeah, yeah.
We're not supposed to beep anymore. Mm.
Isn't that funny? But I agree. I totally agree. I also agree that um, when we're making up our book, we get given, depending on the lifestyle that we chose, the lifetime that we chose, it depends on the type of spirit guides and angels that we're going to get. If we're going to have an easy life, we're going to have easier angels to work with that won't have us have to worry about big lessons or what have you. But if we pick a life to live here, and it's going to be a hard one where we are the judgmental ones and the ones that are never happy and the ones that that wish bad things to happen to people, someone that wants to live in a body that's filled with ego all their lives.
Mm.
Well, what are we going to get as far as helpers? We're going to get helpers. They just end up drinking at the end of it all. But after that, before that, you're going to have helpers that are going to show you why you shouldn't have picked that life.
Right.
But we have free will.
Mhm.
But it doesn't mean that you can't be hit a couple of times on your head to remind you, really? We're gonna, yeah, okay. We have free will to make the choices to change our lives.
Exactly.
But unfortunately, there are some that are not here for that. And we have to think about it. We have to really go inside ourselves and say, is this a lesson for me, that this thing that calls themselves human is really irking me? I mean, I want to go over there, and because sometimes you do, and you want to get they're holding their Starbucks, that big tall coffee cup thing, and you just want to go over there and just get then go so it could spray all over the face. And you want to do that a lot, right? But what happens is you got to think, oh, what's going to happen if I do it? Really nothing. Because you're going to run. Or you're just going to stand there and you're just going to take it, right? You're going to take it. Well, why'd you do that? Because I felt like it. Because you irk me. But in all truth, when we end up seeing it, and it's hurtful, especially for us teachers, when we have students, even
Mhm.
our own students, they walk away, it's kind of like they vanish slowly,
Mhm.
right? That's okay. It hurts us because that's our own ego. And not only that, it isn't so much ego as the mother instinct,
Right.
because a teacher's worst um worst thing is when we become no longer a teacher but a mother.
Mm.
And we want to help them, we want to save them, we want them to grow like us, but they don't get it. And sometimes they feel suffocated, sometimes, and you have to look at their past. And then you have those that I call it spiritual hopping. They hop
Mhm.
from spiritual person to spiritual person until they get to hear what it is that they want to
I
hear.
hear.
Because there's
Mhm.
always someone out there that's going to go, oh, I'm going to let them hear what they want to hear. And as long as that comes,
Mhm.
I'm good for it. And then they still don't understand it. But when that fizzles out. You have to look at it in the frequency, like Mariana said.
Mhm.
We're vibrating very fast. When their energy changes, and you know that people and students and people around us, they are going through different facets of awakenings. And
Mhm.
every time they think they finished one, bam, here comes the next one, right? Sits them on their butt, and they're like, well, wait a minute. I gotta go somewhere else, because they don't understand that this is what you signed up for. You
Right.
you're here now. You're, you
Mhm.
know, and then they go away, they fizzle. Some of them, you'll hear that they're doing very well with someone else.
Mhm.
That's fine. You want that, right? That makes us
Yes,
happy. But then
exactly.
you see the one that isn't. And of course, what are we going to do? Hey, I hear you're not doing well. Come on back. Let's help you. But it's not the same. That energy is no longer the same. And then, of course, you hear the other ones. Did you hear what so and so is talking about you? Oh boy.
Yeah.
Are you going to do anything about it? No. That happens because, just like Mariana said, we're shedding. But the
Mhm.
ones that are shedding are not the ones that are leaving. The ones that are shedding is us.
Yeah.
We're shedding unwanted energies that no longer help us help them. It isn't about us. It's about them. They have to reach those different levels of spirituality and enlightenment. So sometimes it's not with us. Sometimes they come to us for just this lesson, to learn about mediumship, or learn about maybe get their tarot certifications. All of a sudden, they fizzle out, and you're like,
Mhm.
whatever, whatever. And then you hear that they're with somebody else. What
Yeah.
they don't, and they're keeping it quiet. Oh my God, don't let them know that I came to this class.
I know.
No, we're happy that you are. That's why I always tell people, if it's not with me, dude, get a class. It doesn't matter, but learn. But that's a shedding, that energy was not helping us help them or others, and
Mhm.
it was pulling us back. So guess what our spiritual guides are doing? Hey, here's a brand new path. It's all clean and ready for you to take. Isn't it wonderful? And it's free. And they take it. And then you are our own spirit guides. They go, okay.
We
And
don't
so
have to work so hard.
but it's true. It is true.
Yes. Yes.
True. And then there's that group that I know. I delve in the dark magic.
Ooh.
I'm a dark energy, and I know what I am doing in the darkness. And you see it. It happens. All of a sudden, they're whoa, whoa. And you're like, because you're getting information, right? And I think this is good where what I'm doing the segue into, because this is where you, the spiritualist, you, the teacher, need to understand the importance of not only protecting yourself and your family and your home and your business,
Mhm.
but students that are there, that
Mhm.
are your classes.
Mhm.
That is huge. This
Yes.
this is why protection is huge.
Number.
Can't
Yeah.
explain it any other word.
No. And that's why even before I do anything, before I do the Reiki, before I do the mediumship, before I do any of that stuff, I do the protection. That's why I'm ahead, like half an hour ahead. And I do all that stuff.
Yes.
And then, Marianna, you have been at once or twice in my mediumship. I do then another protection, another layer of protection. Because it helps shed those that are not supposed to be there.
Yes. Yes.
It shines bright on those that I need to see that maybe this is not for them, like this very moment that is not for them.
Yes.
And they may need to go someplace else. Or even if it, even if you have created a bond, a friendship with that person, all you're wishing is best for them. So you know that it is time for them to move on when they're hiding.
Yes.
And they're giving you all these excuses. Oh, I don't feel good, this, that, or the other thing. And I'm like, and we know what's happening. And you're coming to me and you're kind of like telling me right here in my face. And I'm like, you're telling me all the time how good and how what this and all that, wise I am and all that. And you're right here, just stretching the truth a little.
There you go.
And you see it, you're like, okay. And you keep your mouth shut because it's like, okay, that's their journey.
Yes, you do.
They'll realize it at some point that, that BS just didn't do anything but let me know that they were ready to go and jump someplace else.
Yeah.
Now, when I was, I still am a student, so to get that straight. But when I started this whole thing, I had 3 mentors and they all knew openly about each other because I said, I got this person and this person and this person. I resonate with you in here and I resonate with you here and I resonate with you here. And I want to keep it out because I'm not going from one to the other and remember what lie I told, because that's, to me, that's the worst. Just everybody you know them? Yeah, you know them, yeah. And there were times where we would all get together and I would learn from them together.
Yeah.
So to me, I got more of a benefit than hiding from one to the other, Don't tell. Things come out in the light.
Yes, they do.
Sooner or later, if somebody from my class goes to yours, for example, sooner or later, Mary, I'm going to know, not even because you told me or anything like that, because we don't tell who's what, when, and where. That's one thing I want to make sure everybody is clear, even though we're very close and even though we're a very small company. We are private about our clients, about right. We don't talk about anybody or anything.
No,
but
that's private.
We just know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's, yeah. And and it's like, so you're coming to take one of my classes. So what if Mary knows?
So what? I tell them.
Yeah.
You want them to. And that's the thing, that as a teacher, that's what you want them to do. But what I love is, I don't know if it's happened to you guys. I'm sure it has to have happened. When you first meet that student, their guardian angel or their guides they're very gossipy. Oh my God, these people are chismosos, like you have never really even thought. How could you be so nosy? And how could you gossip so well? It's like, of course, they've been doing it for years, of centuries. But they're telling you this person's going to last 2 years in your class. Okay. And they're telling you, I'm going to call a bullshit on that one, Mary. Yeah. Open your eyes. We know. There's no reason to hide.
No.
We know.
And I don't know about you, but I appreciate better. To me, I respect the person more. If they should say, it's not that I'm leaving you or anything. I just want to take some of it.
but they're not mine.
Right.
This is what I tell people. You're not mine. Go take a class. You don't belong to me.
It's like going to college. Each one of us teaches the different thing. Even if we teach the same thing, we teach different things.
We teach differently. And this is the thing. Did we do a blood ritual that tells the world that you're attached to me? No. On the contrary, even when you get attunements from me, I am raccooing you because I don't want your energy in my energy or my energy with your energy. And I'm going to raccoo you all the way down from top to bottom because it's not. Why? Why am I going to attach you to me? Because I am your Reiki master. I am not.
I think, ladies, just to add to that, bring it all into a perspective.
Yes.
Is that we don't owe anyone.
No.
We are not obliged to anyone, and we are not beholden to no one.
No.
And thereby our energy, our sovereign right to our own energy is our energy. Right? And so thereby everybody has the opportunity to be sovereign for themselves and to learn as it is their journey.
Right.
But that's the whole point about resonance, is that that's how we all grow. Just like Glenda said, by necessity we grow, right? So, you know, and that's how we have master lessons and lessons where we see who's still in our inner circle, who's in our outer circle, who's out of the circle completely.
Right. Wow, the dust isn't even there.
And you know, I heard someone, right. And you know what? Sometimes that's not that bad, because if they leave, maybe that's a great thing. Maybe that you're done with teaching them or showing them or doing whatever it is that you were meant to do as you sign up on the contract before you got here to help them to do. I don't know if that makes sense.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what it is. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. What did we sign up for? I want Glenda to teach me this. I want Marianna to teach me this. And I want Mary to teach me this. That's it, dude.
That's it.
Did we do our job? Yes. Did we do it good? Bet your ass we did. But guess what? The next person that's going to get you, they're going to go, wow.
Yes.
I know, I'm too excited today.
I love it.
Good, good.
All right.
We're all wired. So
we're wired, yes. Well, you know. We are going to, on that note, just to say we thank everyone. We love everyone.
Yes.
And this is just a little talk so people can realize we also shed. We also go through things. And we also realize that it's okay.
Yes.
We all have to do this in order to learn and to grow. That's the realization of it. We're going through the dark right now. This is the time to do all that stuff. So it's okay. Spring comes, we're going to be doing spring cleaning, sort of.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Oh, yeah. I would love to do one of the shows for the spring cleaning that I do at home.
There you go.
And work.
Yeah.
Spiritual. We should do that.
Of course. Of course. All right. Thank you, Marianna. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, everyone. Bless. Have a great night. Love yous all. Bye.
Bye.